Testing, 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 testing. Perfect. What's going on, team? Welcome to today's live trading session. Just like always, let's start from the top to the bottom real quick so we can see what pairs have moved, which ones haven't, which ones gave us the move that we were looking for, which one hasn't, so we can start getting ready to start looking to take trades. So AU still moving counter, already hit ADR for the day, so AU's already done for us. EA, right? We talked about this 372 being invalidated based on market structure. That's exactly what happened, right? Price already did STP for the day. It's almost at ADR, moving counter. That 372 is not going to work out. So let's go to the next one. Euro USD, another 372. Price failed to make a new high, but it did give us the push to the top side. Right, so real quick, the first thing I want to see is STP. 80 pips is ADR. 53 pips is this correct? Why is that so off? 80 pips. It is 53. Okay. How many pips did we do already today? We did 57. Yeah, so STP already for Euro USD is done. So we're done looking at that one for now. Euro CAD, same thing, still making lower lows, lower highs. Hasn't given us STP just yet, but again, based on market structure, this is a pair that we still have a gap at the bottom of the market, so I'm still not expecting price to continue to push to the top side. We're also still making lower lows and lower highs in the 4-hour time frame, right? And in the 30-minute time frame, same thing, lower low, lower high, lower low. Could this be the lower high for price to go down and continue to give us a lower low? Absolutely. And then the price, the point where I want to see price break is going to be these highs over here, above the 800 EMA, above the previous high that was set for the week, which was yesterday. So if price doesn't break these highs, no trade. So right now for Euro CAD, just taking a step back, and we'll go to the next one. GA, right? This one, based on market structure, looks a little bit better. However, the pullback is a little bit steep, right? Once again, this is a pair where let's calculate STP. 155 is ADR. 103 is STP. Already for the day, we did 88 pips, right? So right now we have a pullback. Right now we're on the 50% retracement. You know, could this be the position to get into the trades? Very risky, guys. Very risky. Based on structure, you know, we could have sat here and talked about this being a flag post pattern the same way we talked about it yesterday, and that's why we drew it out. The fact that we didn't get that flag post pattern, the fact that we got invalidated, makes this trade a little bit risky, right? Because price is still wanting to push down. Price is still giving us lower lows and lower highs, right? So this trade, this is one situation where let's also look at Forex Factory real quick. Do we have any news? GBP, AUD. We have news at 10 a.m. for USD, and that's pretty much it. So you know, again, would love for price to give us that 372. Would love for price to continue that push to the top side. But again, the confirmation that price has 100% turned around is going to be the break of structure after the change of character, right? The fact that we just have a change of character, price could still go opposite. So this is, I'm going to keep this one on. We're going to keep a very close eye on this pair. But again, I'm not going to be looking to take a trade on this one, right? I'm going to give it a little bit more time to develop for me to feel comfortable taking this trade. Right, if price would have respected the flag post pattern, which would have been the 23.6 and 38.2 retracement, then I would have felt a little bit more comfortable taking this trade. Right, the fact that we've hit the 50% retracement, we went away from it, we came back to it again, and we've just been sitting here since 3 in the morning. Usually, you know you're in the right spot to take a trade when price gets into your point of interest and then drifts away from it. If price gets to your point of interest and is just sitting there for hours and printing candlesticks, and especially candlesticks that look like this, where we're giving exhaustion candles, where price is just looking like it's tired, it doesn't want to move, right? usually that's how you know you're not in the right spot to take a trade. So GA right now, I'm not gonna force any trades. It is what it is, right? We're not gonna force a trade just because we want to take a trade, right? Let's wait for the solid confirmation. Let's wait for the 100% confirmation that price is ready to move, and then we'll start taking that trade, right? But for GA right now, we'll keep it on and we'll continue to monitor it. GCAD is just still moving sideways, right? We're still trading between the previous lower low and lower high, right? Once again, lower low, lower high, lower low. Could this be a lower high to go into a lower low? Absolutely. Very similar to EuroCAD. What I want to see here, right? This is the zone that we wanted to see yesterday, obviously, to turn around. But this is the high that we want to see being broke before we take a trade. And right now we can see that price is just moving sideways, right? So we'll wait for those confirmations. GCAD, I'm gonna turn this one off. Market structure doesn't look good. GJ already gave us the move for the day. We're looking for 372. We're looking for price to give us a new high. Price already gave us his new high, and right now we're just sitting here, right? So we know now that we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Again, I'm not gonna mark this as higher high, higher low, higher high. All of this is part of the same trend, right? So we're trading between lower low, lower high, lower low, and the higher high up here. All right, boom, perfect. So GJ already gave us a move for the day, so we're done trading that. GU also already gave us the move for the day. We were looking for that 372. Once again, we were looking for price to give us that third push to the top side, that new high, and price already gave us the new high. So right now, again, go on to the next one. We'll do US 30 last, since US 30 moves a little. It's already moving now, but US 30 usually moves more during 9:30, so we'll do that one last. USD CAD, 91 pips is ADR, STP is 60. We already did 50. We did 51 pips out of 60. Okay. Now the 30-minute zone, we're still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. We're in the zone of consolidation. Once again, the zone of consolidation is in the 4-hour time frame. Do we have a valid break of structure? We have a testing candle. Price came back up. Price came back down, tested, right? Then we have testing candle. Then we have the break. So we did break out of the zone of consolidation in the 4-hour time frame. We do have a solid break of structure. With that being said, again, these trades are going to be very, very high risk, right? We know that at this point for USD CAD, we are starting a downtrend based on the fact that we broke below our zone of consolidation, right? So we want to be cautious taking this trade. Price is still making lower lows and lower highs, and the only way I'll feel comfortable taking a position on USD CAD going long is once we break these highs here. We break these highs, then we know, okay, cool, we're gonna give a little bit more of a pullback somewhere into this area, right? Any trades taken down here is just not a comfortable position to take. So we'll draw this out like this. So we'll wait for USD CAD. I'm gonna turn that one off. USD ZAR. 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, looking for price to move sideways or go to the or push to the top side. And right now, price has just been moving sideways. So again, very similar to USD CAD, but we'll want to see price break these highs to continue that pull back to the top side, or we'll be looking for price. That's a horrible line to break these lows. And again, you can see that we're just in a zone of consolidation. Price is just moving sideways. So we'll let that one move. I'm still not going to be trading ZAR or USD CAD for a little bit. We'll give it some time. We'll give it some time. Just a little bit. Gold. Let's see if we finally started the downtrend push. So at one point we had lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price gave us a change of character, higher high. Then price went down and gave us a change of character, lower low. Then price went back up and gave us another higher high, change of character. Then price went down and gave us another lower low, change of character, right? And then price now gave us another change of character, higher high. Right? We still don't have a valid break of structure. Price is just trapping traders, right? During Asia session last night, made people believe that price was going to continue to push to the top side and make higher highs and higher lows, but then it went up, made a higher high, and then made a lower low. It hit everybody's stop loss, right? During the end of Asia going into London yesterday, market makers made people believe that this is where price was going to make lower low, lower high to go into a lower low, and what happened? Price went up and gave you a higher high. Same thing at the end of London going into NYC, made people believe that this is where price was going to make that higher high, higher low to continue to push to the top side. And as soon as the NYC pre-market started, it dropped and it hit everybody's stop loss again. Right? All the traders during the NYC session at 9:30 who thought that this was going to be, oh, this is where price is going to make lower low, lower high to continue into lower low. What happened? Hit your stop loss, went right back to the top side. Right, so once again, right now what I'm waiting for on gold is for them to confirm the move. And again, the confirmation of where price is going to go is once you get the break of structure after the change of character. Right, so 316 is ADR. Let's calculate this real quick. 316 is ADR. The safe take profit, the STP, is 211, and we already did 199 pips for the day. So gonna be a little patient with gold. Again, just gonna be waiting for those confirmations before you take a trade. We don't have any engulfing candles, nothing in the 30, nothing in the 15, nothing in the 1 hour, nothing in the 4 hour, the daily time frame, nothing just yet. So we'll give this one a little bit of time. And again, understanding why price is moving this way. Again, remember, whenever the markets are just making crazy moves where you think lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price starts giving you lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, lower low, lower high, higher low, if price is just moving sideways, it's just trapping traders. You have to understand the reason why, right? You have to understand the reason why it's happening. And again, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, where are we? We're in the middle of the zone of consolidation. This is where the market makers are collecting contracts, trapping traders, right? Making everybody believe, yeah, this is what you're seeing. And then they're trapping you. If you know you're in a zone of consolidation, the best spot to take a trade is either at the highs or at the lows. And once again, you can see that if we zoom into all the trades that I've taken on gold in the last couple months, from the top of the zone of consolidation, right? Push 1, push 2, push 3. At the bottom of the zone of consolidation, back to the top, right? Push 1. Always, right? From the top to the bottom, looking for continuations. Once we get to the middle, that's it. I'm no longer taking a trade in the middle, unless we're trending, obviously, right? And we were not trending here. We were at one point, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. This entry was a 4-hour engulfing candle, right, to continue into the lower low. Once we got to the lower low, I'm no longer taking a trade. I'm waiting to see what price wants to do, right? Does price want to break these lows, or does price want to break these highs? And what did price do? Broke the highs, gave a retest, and continued, right? Trading, again, is very simple, but it's very simple only when you know the rules. If you don't know the rules, it's very difficult. Very difficult. You're gonna get trapped. You're gonna get annoyed. You have to wait for the market to develop before you take a trade. Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin, we understand that we're looking for a little pullback, and we're finally getting that. STP for Bitcoin also already was hit. We know we're in a little zone of consolidation. Price broke below. You know, could this turn into a type 1 pattern where price consolidates, breaks, creates a double bottom, and goes back to the top side? It could happen, right? But I'm not expecting it. I'm really not expecting that to happen today. I am wanting to look for Bitcoin to give us a steep pullback before we continue to push to the top side, right? The question is too, what type of pullback are we going to get, right? Are we going to get a 50% retracement? Are we going to get a 23.6, 38.2 retracement, right? Those are the questions that we should be asking ourselves. And right now, again, all we got to do is just wait for market structure. Once price reaches the 23.6 or the 38.2, once we start seeing that price is making higher highs and higher lows, that's when we know we can start taking a trade. That's when we can step in to the charts and start looking for entries, right? Right now in the 4-hour, no engulfing candles, nothing in the 1 hour. Right, the 30-minute, we have a small engulfing candle here, but is it valid? Yeah, it is. Okay, so we'll draw this one out. Right, and notice how this engulfing candle is right on the 38.2 retracement. Once again, guys, once you start collecting all the pieces of the puzzle, it's your job to put them all together. Once you start putting all the pieces together, that's when trading becomes a little bit easier than what it was before you started having all the information. Right, so Bitcoin, we'll skip it for now, and US oil, let's see. Right, oil, we know that similar to what I was saying yesterday, right? Do I want to mark this as higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low? Or do I want to say that this is just all part of the same trend, higher high, higher low, higher high to where we're at now? Price reached this 4-hour engulfing candle that we had yesterday, but we still are making higher highs and higher lows, right? We still haven't had a shift in trend. On top of the shift in trend, price already gave us STP for the day. So oil right now is in a situation where, again, would love to take a trade, would love for price to finally go back down to the bottom, but right now we just don't have any of those confirmations. Right, we're still just making higher highs, higher lows. The 4-hour time frame, we have a 3rd-week push to the top side. We made that push to the top side, but price is still making higher highs and higher lows. Right, we haven't had any shift in the trend. I don't have any solid confirmations that I'm gonna take a trade here because I want to. No. Right, if you're taking a trade because you want to take a trade, then there's just no point in taking a trade. It's better for you to just stay out. Right? If you have a solid confirmation and solid reasonings as to why you're taking the trade, then perfect, take the trade. But right now for US oil, we just don't have that. So US oil will skip us. So again, it's another morning where 99% of our pairs already made their moves for the day. The ones that we have left, so here you go, boom. If we would have taken that trade on the 50% retracement, we would have already hit stop loss. Right, because again, my positioning whenever I take a trade based off of fib retracements, I'm looking for, specifically, if I enter on a 50% retracement, my stop loss, I'm looking to put it below the 61.8. So either my stop loss would have been just tapped just a little bit, or I would have been saved by the spread. Right, and this is the position that I would be looking to take. Right, a little 1 to 4, right, 80 pips TP for a 20 pip stop loss, not too bad. Right, this is a pretty big pair, so 155 pips. Right, but again, understanding market structure, the fact that why would we take a buy position when price is still obviously giving us lower lows and lower highs and exhaustion candles just doesn't make sense. Right, so GA already invalidated my 3 points of interest. Right, my 3 points of interest in this area, the first ones were the 23.6, second one was the 38.2, the third one was the 50% fib retracement, and that's it. Right, all 3 of my point of interest were already invalidated. Now the only other thing that's left on the table for us is this engulfing candle in the 1-hour time frame. However, just like we talked about yesterday, if price reaches that 1-hour engulfing candle, STP for the day would already be hit, right, at 103 pips. So if GA reaches that hour engulfing candle, the move for the day is already done. There's nothing left on the table for us. We'll have to come back tomorrow. So the last pair for the day that we have, just like yesterday, US 30, right? So let's take a look. So we didn't end up getting that second day of rise yesterday, which would have been perfect, but it's all good, right? So let's start from the top to the bottom. So this is why US 30 is a little bit tricky right now, right? Because daily time frame, we're still making higher high, higher low, higher high, right? We're still trading between the higher high and the higher low. However, in the 4-hour time frame, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price went down and gave us a lower low. Right? In this lower low that we were set, we know that price is moving sideways, where price is rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs. Right? So right now we don't have any crystal clear directions as to where price is going. Right now it's still just trading from zone to zone, looking at market structure. Right, we don't have any engulfing candles in the 4-hour, nothing in the daily. In the 1 hour, we don't have any clean engulfing candles. I'm not going to mark this as an engulfing candle. I don't like that. The first green candle doesn't really have a body. It's just a wick from the top and the bottom, right? And in the 30-minute time frame, we have nothing. No engulfing candles. We had one yesterday, which was used, right? Would have been a pretty nice couple pips entry, right? But we talked about why this entry wasn't valid either, right? For the time being. Then price went up and then just melted right back down. So, didn't give us that 372. It didn't give us the move that we were looking for to make trading today easier, right? But what price is doing is just consolidated. It consolidated during Asia session and London session, broke out of it during the end of Asia session, right? Going into London. Right, and we'll see. Now let's look at the 15-minute time frame. Right now we don't have any. The only thing this could be here in the 15-minute time frame would be either a type 2 or a type 3 pattern, where we're going to see price consolidate. These are going to be the two moves that could potentially be what's happening, right? Break retest to continue, or we're going to get price to come the type 3 pattern, which is come to the middle of the zone of consolidation, the 50-50 trade, and then continue the push to the top side. These are the only two options right now that I could see with US30. Now, could this turn around and be bearish? Yeah, this could be a type 1 pattern in a downtrend. But looking at the EMAs, the only EMA that could hold that potentially would be the 800 EMA if price respects the 800 EMA, but it's not something that I'm expecting, especially not in the 15-minute time frame. The 15-minute time frame when it comes to the 800 EMA is not that strong of an indicator, as you will. So right now we just got to be patient. This is pretty much the only pair left for the day, but again, this is an NYC pair. I'm not looking to take the trade on this until 9:30. Again, we have news at 10 o'clock as well, so if I'm not in a trade by 9:45, then I have to wait until after the news. If we're not in a trade before news, then we have to wait 15 minutes after news. And at that point, I'm pretty sure STP or the ADR would already be hit if we have some volume coming in. So we'll just be patient. We'll see if we could catch anything beforehand. If anything looks clear beforehand, if so, then we'll take the trade. If not, then it is what it is, right? It'll be like another day just like yesterday, where the best thing to do as a trader when you don't see any trades is just a step away, right? So if you're forcing trades, then you already understand why you're losing trades, because you keep forcing shit. But if you're patient, you wait for your setup, you wait for your rules to be applied, then you take a trade, then you'll win. This game is literally 99% patience. If you have patience and you're resilient, you wait for your setup, you'll win. If you're greedy, you're not patient, you're entering every single trade because fuck it, you have a 20% win rate, you understand why, right? It's really that simple. It's really, really that simple. Again, guys, keep in mind we talked about this in the last session, right? Last year, I took a total of 60 trades flat in an entire year. My win rate was 56 wins and 4 losses. A whole year, only 60 trades. Again, I'm very, very, very strict. And if you guys go from all the live streams from last year, right, from starting from when we started doing the live streams on this channel, which was in October, November, and you go and watch all the live streams from that time until December, you guys will see I've only taken 60 trades. Most of the time, the reason why I stopped doing these live streams on YouTube is because this shit is boring. It's boring. It's dead ass boring. Like, we're sitting here for 2-3 hours just looking at candlesticks and 70% of the time we're just sitting here looking at candlesticks printing, talking about why we're taking a trade and why we're not taking a trade. And yes, it's informative, it helps, you know, you'll gain a lot of experience by just watching these streams, and you'll gain a lot of confidence, but at the same time it's just boring. But you know, you got to come into the realization that trading is boring. Unless it's not boring for you. If it's not boring for you, then perfect. For me, this shit is boring as fuck. The good thing is that I like it. I love trading. This is really what I like doing. But it's boring. I can't sit here and say that it's not, right? So, yeah, we just gotta be patient. Just gotta be patient. It is what it is. So, any questions, guys? Let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over? Any pairs you guys want me to explain? Let me know. Um, If not, then we'll pretty much just be sitting here just like yesterday and just wait for the NYC session to open at 9:30. Only pair we have left on the table for us today is US 30. But again, if you guys have any questions about any other pairs or why I'm not looking at another pair, or you know, anything you guys want me to explain again, just let me know. If not, then again, we'll just be chilling here. Really nothing else to look at. All patients basically? Yes, sir. What's good, Michael? Good morning. Good morning. My bad, I just saw your message. It's all this game is about, man. It's just about patience, right? And again, it's understanding the rules as well. right? Because a trader that's not patient is just a trader who doesn't understand what they're looking at, right? It's, the best analogy I always give and I always tell people, right? If you're in school, right, or just like anything else, it doesn't have to be school, but we'll use that example of school because it's a little bit easier for everybody to understand because everybody's been to school, right? Not everybody has worked a job yet. Um, right? So in the analogy of school, right? If you show up, let's say you go to school on Monday, your teacher, your professor, whatever tells you, hey, on Thursday you have to present a paper, right? You're gonna have people who are excited to talk about their papers because they studied, they know what they're gonna talk about, they know what they wrote about, and they're excited to talk about it. And then on the other hand, you have students who are anxious, they're nervous, right? And they might be anxious, they might be nervous because they didn't do their paper, or they did their paper but they copied off somebody else and they don't know what they're going to talk about, right? So the point is, in trading, when you use that same examples for trading, if you're still nervous or anxious whenever you look at the charts or whenever you're going to enter or exit a trade, it's simply because you're still not ready. You still don't know what you're doing. You're just pressing a button, buying and sell, and you're hoping for the best, right? The same way that somebody who didn't study for a test is just hoping to do good, right? But somebody who studied for the test knows they're gonna do good, right? So that's the difference. If you still lack patience in trading, if you're still nervous and anxious and you still don't know what it is you're doing, it's just that simple. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. It just takes time. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes studying, it takes seeing this happen every single day, day in and day out, for you to understand that every single move that you see happening in the market is supposed to happen. What you're supposed to do is take advantage of it. And that's it. And the only way you're going to be able to take advantage of something in the market is if you know the rules, if you know what you're doing. And again, we're talking about a consistent basis. We're not talking about winning one trade and then losing five and then winning two and then losing 10 and then, you pass phase one but you lose phase two, and then the next time you fail phase one, you buy another account, and then you pass phase one and pass phase two, but as soon as you get funded you fail again. That's not consistent. That's gambling. That's literally, you have no clue what you're doing, but because you take 100 trades a day, you're getting a chance at making a couple dollars. But once you could consistently pass phase one and you could consistently pass phase two, and then as soon as you get your live account, you're still making money, you're still making payouts, you're still getting paid out, right? That's being consistent. Once you could do that as a trader, then that's when you know you're ready. But if you're still not doing that, then you're just gambling. You have no clue what you're doing, right? So same thing with a live account. So I always tell people, yo, if you don't know how to trade, there's no reason for you to buy a funded account. A lot of people are buying $50 account, $60 account, and it's their last $50 and their last $60. It's like, why are you spending your food money? Use that for food and study. Open a fucking demo account. It's the same thing. You're not getting paid from phase one. You're not getting paid from phase two. You're not getting paid to trade on a demo account. And you're not gonna get funded, so you're not gonna get paid regardless. So why are you so why that's another thing with social media. Like, people have to realize, if you don't know how to trade, there's no point in opening a live account. There's no point in buying a prop firm account if you do not know how to trade. If you're a beginner trader, prop firms were not made for beginner traders to learn how to trade. That's not real. A prop firm was made for skilled traders who don't have the capital, to give them the opportunity to trade and have the capital and get paid out. And then the people who get paid out use the fucking withdrawal to buy a live account. Not even to buy a live account, to fund a live account with a broker. But again, social media is a hell of a thing. You're gonna have these marketing gurus, they're not traders. You're gonna have these people who are good at marketing who are gonna tell you, hey, use my affiliate link to go buy my prop firm account. And then they're gonna get paid out from affiliate codes. You're gonna think that they make money from trading, but in reality they have thousands of people spending hundreds of dollars on prop firms accounts. And you gotta realize that, again, how many people purchase prop firm accounts, and how many of those same people continue to buy prop firm accounts because they keep on failing and failing and failing and failing. Again, that's the business model. That's how prop firms make money. So I understand. However, you have a choice. You could either be part of the problem or you create a solution for yourself. And that's really all it is. Right? The people who continue to live in their fantasy land and they continue to dream that they're going to be rich without putting any work in, cool, let them continue to buy a prop firm account. But if you continue to buy a prop firm account, you continue to fail and you think that, oh, this time is different because last week was just a bad week, but you've been failing for the last 10 fucking months, nothing's going to change. Open a demo account, learn how to trade. If you want to feel good about yourself, follow the same parameters. Open a demo account. If you go below 8% or 10% drawdown, start all over again. If you pass 12% in profit, perfect. Start all over again and do it again. If you pass phase 2, then perfect. Do it again. Do it again. Make sure that you have consistency. Right? If you could be profitable without hitting drawdown or without hitting any of the rules that's gonna make you lose an account, if you could do that for a year straight, then go ahead and open an account. Because that's another thing. A lot of people, it's human nature to believe that your circumstances need to change right now. But the reality is that, let's talk about last year. How many people were so worried? Oh my God, my circumstances need to change, and they said that in January. A year later, you're stuck in the same shit. So realistically speaking, you're putting yourself in a situation where mentally and psychologically you're trying to speed things up because you think that tomorrow's gonna be your last day. Like, no, brother, you have time. You're the only person that could change your circumstances is you. And if you don't put in the work to change those circumstances, nothing is gonna change. So a lot of people get lost in that. A lot of people think that they gotta do it right now, but the truth is 99% of the people do not need to do it right now. And if you're gambling your house and you're gambling your car payments based on that you think you're gonna make $1,000 today, good luck, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how the real world. That's not how the real world works. So it's a lot of yapping today. Again, there's really nothing to look at. We got news at 10 a.m. Once again, if we're not in an entry before 9:45, then we're gonna have to wait until 10:15, 10:30 to look for a trade. At that point, for me personally, I'm pretty sure STP or ADR would already be hit, but we'll continue to monitor this pair and we'll see where it takes us. And we don't really have any engulfing candles. Price internally lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low, right? And then we had the break of structure happen here. Right, so we'll just continue to monitor this pair. I'm not in a rush to take a trade today specifically. We have that news at 10. Once again, I'm not going to be part of, the 5-minute, 15-minute. We could see price wanting to push to the top side, but once again, we go up to a higher time frame. Could this still be part of the internal higher high, higher low, lower low, right, to make a lower high to continue going shorter, right? That could definitely still be the situation. So again, we're just going to be patient. That's all we could do here. We'll give this some time to breathe, and then we'll look for an entry when the time is right.
I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second.
Alright, my brother, no worries. I'll see you later. Alright guys, we got 30 minutes for the NYC Open. Again, if we don't get any valid entry points before, so there's two things we got to look out for, right? The number one thing obviously is the NYC Open 9:30, right? If we're not in a trade before 9:30, we're going to have to wait a few minutes, but we also have news at 10 in the morning. So that high impact news at 10 a.m., if I'm not in a trade by 9:45, I'm gonna have to wait until 10:15, 15 minutes after the news drops to look for another entry opportunity. Um, we'll keep a close eye on the STP for the day at 405 pips. We'll keep a look at the ADR. We just gotta be patient here when it comes to this, especially today. Once again, that we have that high impact news coming in an hour. So Albert, my brother. Great rising, great rising. Hope you're doing well today, my brother. Yo, yo, that's crazy comment. Crazy fucking comment. Currently at work and I had to come say hi. We'll be watching this evening. Alright, my brother, no worries. Hope you have a good day at work today. Shouldn't be market's not looking too good this morning. Everything kind of moved overnight. So we're pretty much on the same situation as yesterday. Just kind of looking at US 30, but there's news at 10, so if I don't get an entry before 9:30, then I probably won't have a trade for today either, so we'll see how it goes. Yo, yeah, I just want an entry, man. Where are we, bro? What we doing here, yo? It's 30. Time's at 9:21. Got 9 minutes for the 9:30 open, and we're just fucking moving, man. Let's look at these other pairs real quick. So, starting from the top to the bottom with the pairs that we look at. AU already hit ADR. EA already hit ADR. Euro USD failed to give us a new high and then just pushed down. Euro USD is one of those situations where we could possibly still get an entry. Even though STP is already done, right? Again, is one of those situations where you start showing bad habits, right? And this is the reason why I say it's very, 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 very important not to create those bad habits, right? Because we're not gonna do that. It's all good. All right, Euro USD is done. Euro CAD is just still in this sideways movement. Not gonna really be looking at that until tomorrow. GA, so see, pretty much what we talked about. We should have kept an eye on this. Kind of forgot about it, but it's all good. Again, STP was already hit, right? Even though we had this 1 hour engulfing candle, because price pushed and gave us a pullback so steep, right? This STP was already hit, right? The second thing I want to also say about this, right, goes into what we were saying yesterday, right? Where if we would have taken this trade either way, we would have had to have had a 50 pip stop loss, which is crazy, right? This would have been a 1-to-1 trade, 50 pip stop loss for 100 pip take profit, right? It just doesn't make sense. Even if we use the tight stop loss for this, it wouldn't have made sense still, right? Because again, STP is already done for the day, right? So GA was one of those situations for today that they didn't make it easy for us, right? They definitely did not make it easy for us. GCAT is still moving sideways. GJ already gave us a third push to the top side. GU already gave us a third push to the top side. Right, so we didn't have anything really left here. Only thing that we had left on the table was US 30, and US 30 just started the push at 5 a.m. and just hasn't stopped. So we'll see. Again, we haven't used at 10 a.m. So NYC open in 6 minutes. If we don't get at this point we just gotta wait till 9:45, and then once that news hits at 10, we'll wait for that as well. Let me take a screenshot of this too, because I would like to talk about this trade tonight as well, so people could understand a little bit better. Alright guys, looks like these trades are gonna be invalidated. There's no, let's take a step back, right? Let's talk about why real quick, right? So once again, right, remember that US 30 is in a position where really in the higher time frame there's not enough going on. There's nothing really here letting us know where price is going based on the fact that again we just have sideways movement that we've been having since the beginning of December, right? Where again price is rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, going back high, rejecting highs, right? So there's no continuations, right? If you know, again, all we had was a change of character, which is not an indicator that price is going to turn around, right? The indication that price is turning around 100% is when price gives us a break of structure. Since we didn't get a break of structure, price could definitely continue pushing down. Remember what I said earlier, we're either going to get the type 2 or a type 3 in a downtrend, or we're going to get the type 1 in a type 2 or a type 3 in an uptrend, or we're going to get the type 1 in a downtrend, where again the type 1 in a downtrend is when price consolidates, breaks, gives us a double top and starts the downtrend push. And that double top, you'll see it in the 5-minute and the 1-minute time frame here on US 30, right? So you know, it's one of those situations where again market structure plays a big part, being patient plays a big part, right? Very similar to GA, right? Where in this case for GA, having an aggressive entry would have paid out, right? We would be in profit, but in this case market structure didn't give us clarity of where price wanted to go, right? Again, yes, we had an engulfing candle. You know, we could have had a if we were to use a stop loss on the engulfing candle, this is a 60 pip range. I'm not going to be using a 60 pip stop loss. It just makes no sense, right? So, you know, again, this is just one of those mornings where being patient really did pay out. Um, and nothing, right? We'll come back tomorrow. We'll be back tonight for the isolation session, 7 p.m. Update our charts, and then we'll be back again tomorrow morning for the live trading session. If you guys have any questions, make sure to message us, join our Discord. We'll be in here. See you guys later tonight. Peace out.